It's been a while since I've made a video about mods in Stardew Valley, so I thought it was about time. This time, I will be highlighting some, these are really weird, but it was fun playing around with these mods. Before we get started, the links to all of the mods I used in this video are in the description below. And if you do plan on using these mods, please guys, remember to make a backup of your save files. You never know which mod will corrupt your save file and make you lose everything. With that out of the way, let's get started. Stardew Valley is usually a very peaceful, colorful place with birds, good music, and very lively townspeople. What if Pelican Town was a ghost town? Yes, somebody made a mod where all of the townspeople are dead and they are replaced with ghosts. You'll notice that the entire game has a dull, misty look. The townspeople are also ghost-like, but this mod is way more morbid than that. You can actually see some of the bodies of the townspeople. We have heads laying around, Haley's body is laying there in the fountain. It looks like Caroline was sacrificed in the name of Yoba, and the wizard was run over by a train? What even is this mod? When I was looking for mods, I thought this just made the townspeople look ghostly. I had no idea we would be able to see these disturbing scenes. Pelican Town as a ghost town just does not sit well with me. Everyone is ghostly except for the player. Strangely, even your animals are ghostly, which is very strange. Since the entire town is ghostly and probably sad, I should bring some happiness to the world of Stardew Valley. And what is happier than a wedding? Yes, a wedding sounds like a great idea. Let's marry Abigail. She's one of my favorite townspeople. Why stop there though? Weddings bring happiness, right? I think we should marry Penny next. Penny has a great smile, she loves teaching children, and she is dead. So let's give her a safe home to reside in. From my marriage poll, Sebastian got tons of votes. So we should probably just marry him too. Why not? And lastly, let's marry Emily. I really like her blue hair and I think that is a good enough reason. Maybe you haven't realized this yet, but I am marrying all of these townspeople at the same time. And this is thanks to the multiple spouses mod. It will let you marry multiple people, have many boyfriends or girlfriends, and even have kids with multiple townspeople at the same time. Each spouse will have their own personal room all next to each other. It does look a little bit strange, to be honest. Naturally, you need to kiss your wife or husband, right? Well, when you have multiple, it becomes quite a chore. You'll have to walk up to each one of them, listen to each of their rambles, and then give them a kiss. This is definitely a strange mod, but it has some good use. Some players don't actually want to divorce their spouses, but really want to marry someone else to see their unique marriage events. This mod will allow you to marry everyone at the same time, because why not? But I don't think this mod is for me. Have you ever thought that harvesting crops is just way too easy? Yeah, me too. I often feel that casually harvesting matured crops should be life-threatening and dangerous. Thankfully, we can have it like that with the help of a mod called Crop Beasts. This mod does one thing and it does it well. When you have crops that are fully matured and ready to be harvested, the witch will fly over your farm and awaken your crops. I do apologize for the white flashes. It is quite annoying. I agree. Unfortunately, there's no config setting to turn this off. Anyway, this mod will cause your crops to awaken, turn into monsters, and attack the player. By default, this mod shouldn't actually affect your gameplay but that much, but I decided to go into the config settings and turn basically everything to max to turn ordinary crop harvesting into a dangerous adventure where I'm forced to fight for my life. This is actually quite a fun mod. These enemies enemies are actually not that difficult to defeat, and when you do defeat them, you will get the crops that you would have harvested, and there is a small chance that you will get some free seeds. There is a set interval that determines when crops will turn into monsters. If you stay in a safe place and just wait for a bunch of crops to turn, then you will actually have a challenging fight. There are a bunch of crops that this works on: parsnips, kale, cauliflower, and so much more. I think I might actually play a little bit with this mod and see what some of the other monsters do. Based on this mod's page, some enemies can shoot fire at you, which does sound interesting. The next mod I tried out is most definitely cursed, and I actually do not want to include this one in the video, but since it is cursed, I just had to. This mod is called Animal Husbandry, and this mod does a few interesting things. First, it lets you give your animals a treat with a feeding basket. That's cute, right? Well, it gets dark very quick because this mod also gives you a butcher's knife. And I'm quite sure you can guess what that is used for. Yes, this mod lets you, turn your animals into meat. This is a feature that Stardew Valley does not need, because look how cute these animals are. Yes, they are a little bit ghostly, but usually they are very cute. Why would we want to turn them into meat and eat them? Anyway, you can eat the meat, sell it, or cook it into unique recipes that you will unlock from watching the TV on Fridays. Whoever made this mod really did put in a ton of effort, because there's also a contest where one of your animals will be judged and you can win prizes based on the 4 categories. If you don't like ghostly animals, there's another mod called Monster Girl Livestock. I don't know why this exists, but it turns all of your animals into these very strange monster girls. I have seen quite a few mods for animals. There are mods that upgrade the sprites of the normal animals and make them even cuter. There are mods that turn your animals into Pokemon, and now this, a mod that turns your animals into monster girls. On the Nexus site, I had to set my mod preferences to allow explicit content to be able to find this mod. I would recommend against updating your preferences. There are things I just cannot unsee. Thankfully, the meat mod does not discriminate, and we can just turn these monster girls into meat too. I think if I eat this meat, I will be a cannibal, so I'd rather just sell these to the townspeople. The last mod I tried is not at all as cursed as the previous 4, but it was a bit of fun. It simply just makes the Skull Cavern more dark and spooky. It adds the misty dark filter, changes a few of the sprites, and updates the enemies to look more dangerous. This mod does what it intends to do. Usually the Skull Cavern is only a scary place because the enemies are strong, right? Well, now the Skull Cavern looks cursed and is scary because of the scenery and the setting. The monsters definitely look more dangerous, even though they are exactly the same. And those are some extremely cursed mods in Stardew Valley. What did you think of these mods? Would you use them on your playthrough, or are they just a little bit too weird? I will say that the Crop Beasts mod was actually fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I need to go and fix my mod file now and remove all of these weird mods I downloaded. I actually downloaded many mods for this video, but some of them were very unimpressive and some of them didn't work on the new 1.5 update. But it is what it is, and as always, I will see you in the next video.